Been at 'em today, yay! Today's actually daughter number 2, Cheyenne's birthday. So we're hoping to get to meet up with her for just a few minutes today. We're gonna head over to, excuse me, the city and run a few errands that have to get done today. And we're hoping we can meet up with her and maybe do lunch or something, but share a gift with her and just love on her a little bit. We were in the city yesterday and we came home and it was pretty late, but I took out the black light to look for tomato hornworms, and we did find one little tiny one, so we know that they're starting to appear. I hadn't been out there in a while, and we had a couple days of rain, and so it is literally a jungle out there, and I have tomatoes everywhere, so the stuff needs to be harvested. Some of my they're so tall I can't really tie them anymore. They've fallen, so I'm gonna take some old t-shirts. Mark said I could use some of his old t-shirts because I'm out of gardening tape and you can't find it anywhere right now. I do have some paracord, so I have thought I'll use that if I have to. So anyways, we're heading out early this morning because it's really hot, to try and get as much done as we can. It's not something we're going to be able to get done in one day, but I would say over this week we're going to try and really prune everything to kind of thin it out, so there's airflow, and so that we can really get things pulled back up and tied up, and we're going to do a whole bunch of harvesting before we do anything. So that is the fun part. And 2 days of rain causes a jungle behind me. So the grass needs to be cut today. It's like in some places it's calf high. So we're heading out here this morning before the sun is fully on the garden. We're gonna try and take care of this. Lily's taking a chance down to the mailbox to put a letter in the mail. But here's a little view of our garden. First of all, flowers. Yes, please. Like, these are, and they have fallen over, so they're probably 15 feet tall, but look at that, they're just laying on top of each other. These have all fallen down into the walkway. The cucumbers need to be trellised. They're all out in the walkway there, not on this side. But these English cucumbers grow really slow, I've noticed. And the Kajari melons are 100% at the top of the trellis, and if I were to pull them up and actually trellis them up there, they would cross each other. That's how thick they are. Our okra is on top of each other. The squash is out in the middle of the walkway. The beans are ridiculous. More tomatoes over there. This is crazy. And the weeds, they also liked the rain. Too jungly and no airflow. You can really tell what the main leader is on this plant. I think it's this, but I'm not positive. But because I'm not sure, I won't cut anything that could possibly be the main leader. And the kids are gonna come out and help me, but I feel like I'm kind of at the point where, truthfully, I need to harvest a bunch of stuff so I don't have to worry about that. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish this plant real quick, and then I'll harvest. I think this is actually 3 plants right here, but this is the least congested of the entire tomatoes in this garden. So So what I want you to start with is, you may need some gloves, but pulling some of these bigger weeds. What are you not forgetting? Dishwasher. Gotta do regular chore.
Hammer's there. He doesn't want to be anywhere near.
Okay. So in the time we were out there, we managed to get basically 7 plants done out of like 40. But it's so wild and out of control, kind of like this, and hot already. The minute the sun hits the garden, the temperature shoots way up, the humidity is super high. Our grass needs to be cut, so we're traipsing through stuff that's really too tall. And the thing about out here, it's like this in a lot of places, but we have a lot of snakes out here, a lot of dangerous snakes. And when you let your grass get even just a little bit tall, you have to worry about snakes. And so we have got to get that cut down. We've been trying to do it for about a week. So we're all eaten up with bugs. We decided enough was enough for this morning. We'll go back out for maybe an hour tonight and do some more, and we'll just plug away at it day after day. Tomato fingers, in case you don't know about that, white vinegar, we'll take that off. Water and soap won't do it. But I wanted to show you a little bit of this. Bounty from the garden. Ignore the fact that some little critter has chewed on this one. We'll turn him over so you don't have to see it. This is normal, this cracking. When it rains, we get that. And so you try to get your tomatoes, if they're even close to being ripe, you try to pick them early, but Mark really didn't want to pick them. So I went ahead and waited, but we do have some cracking on some of those. Cherry tomatoes, this is an Arkansas Traveler, I believe. Cucumbers, squash. In here we've got tomatilla, peppers, and okra.
And beans.
And beans. We're not getting enough beans at this point to really do a whole full meal, but we are getting enough to throw it into a meal of something else. Anyways, isn't that amazing? This is the reward, guys, for being out there in the hot sun and sweating and getting your fingers in the dirt, besides the fact that it just is fun.